I started at tech school right out of high school, started working at a fleet shop. So what we're doing right now in this stage of growth is strictly to build this legacy as Patriot Diesel and Automotive into a large scale operation. You know, I see my employees as a family, and I feel like the support that Patriot can give them sort of creates a legacy within their career and in their lives, you know. So getting the level of customer service we provide and seeing that and witnessing it firsthand, and then finding out later who she was, it was just kind of cool. And yeah, my service manager there was like really proud of that. And I'm like, well, it's cool because it's just what we do. It's not out of the norm, you know. We just treat everybody like that. So
hey, are we looking at the numbers correctly? Are there adjustments we can make? Sure. But you know, kind of like there's definitely a game to be played.
Yeah.
To stay alive, because we're in a revenue game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see.
Hey everyone, welcome to the MoneyBru Show with DJM Design, and we have Kollin Born with Patriot Diesel. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
This is so real, right? Like going from marketing stuff and now on a podcast.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So what we're going to talk about, he's got diesel automotive repair stores. He's got quite a story and a history and a background. And we've just shifted gears into so many aspects of that. So we're going to catch all of that on this episode. It's important for you guys to really listen in on his story. And then we've got the taste testing. So we'll try stuff from South Africa and we'll fuse it in with some American business principles. So first things first.
Well, it is a fun time of the year, but I've been in the Batcave and so has the team. This is something you got to check out. It's a AI website score tracker. We've needed this feature for so long, and it's not as simple as just typing your score into ChatGPT. Nope, it is way more in-depth than that. The other issue we solved was getting your website's valuation, your domain value, and it's a lot of loud noise. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna bring this down. There's a lot of more interesting elements to it. It's so incredible. Just to kind of demo this is mind-blowing to me because there's so much coding and work, and it's so hard to replicate what we've done. It's such a unique tool set. Let's quickly do a test. So you go, this is the reports. There's gonna be a full-blown like website example for this. I'll zoom in a little bit for you guys. Okay, right there. Okay, now this shows you the fun example of what we're looking at. We're pulling from a lot of places, but we had to use special APIs. We had to figure a whole bunch of stuff that, you know, I've never looked at ever, but this time we did it. So it's going to also give you where we had an issue of like, okay, I need to know what the website's worth. Can DJM and the company help us do that? Yes, we can, and we can help broker something like that. So we're supercharging, right? We've already done AI SEO for some companies. It's just getting a lot more in depth.
First things first, we're going to jump into this thing called the Yerbe Mate.
Okay.
It is not exactly from South Africa, but it is
close enough.
Yeah. It's going to give you the energy we need to get, like, just nail this one.
Heck yeah.
Go for it. So yuck to yum, 0 to 10, how would you rate it?
That's probably a 7, probably 7, 8, something like that.
Nice. Okay, cool. This is the difference with this energy drink though. It's like it's got none of the stuff you don't need in it.
Bad stuff, yeah.
Exactly. So what's your story? Like, how did this all begin, and like, where have you come from to be at this place?
Yeah, so Patriot Diesel and Automotive, I started 2018. My background was always in repair work, whether it was automotive or diesel. I started at tech school right out of high school. Started working at a fleet shop, so heavy duty fleet work, brakes, maintenance, wheel seals, stuff like that. Pretty basic, nothing too crazy. Quickly moved into the dealer world. Spent some time at a heavy duty dealership, about 12 years. I got Master Tech certified there. Figured I'd do a little bit more with my career.
Where was that?
So that was at MHC Kenworth.
Okay.
Spent some time with them. They put me through a lot of training for Master Tech certification. They have a pretty extensive program, which was great, and I enjoyed my time there. It really gave me what I needed to have to prepare me for for
Yeah.
Patriot Diesel. So
And the gap between you going from there to be like, I'm insane, I'm going to take so much risk, all my employees are going to be relying on me, I'm a business owner, I know how it is. You have like tons of people you're caring for, literally.
Yeah.
And there's what insanity brainwave did you have to go with that jump?
I don't really have an explanation for that. It was just kind of jumping out and trying it, I guess.
Natural.
I've always been a big proponent of like taking risks in life. If you're not taking a risk, you're not getting anywhere. So with that in mind, I've always been pretty driven to take risks like that.
Kollin is a very big risk taker, but there's a reward on the other side. It actually was one of my questions I was going to lead into before we do rapid fire. And before we do that, we're going to jump into the next taste test. This is rooibos, so we're staying on the drink level. So for those of you watching, we put so much time and effort into this, and what you don't know is these videos actually reach about 10,000 people across the 4 platforms. So with Kollin, he was like, yeah, let's do the podcast, let's hit the reach. And so you guys need to comment and engage with us just to show me like, hey, you guys are doing a good job. You're moving along. I need some feedback. Be as mean as you want. Be as cool as you need to be as well. But don't forget to subscribe. I'm saying it for the algorithm as well. Just them hearing it, actually, it works. It's
That's
weird.
cool.
So let's try this. This is called rooibos. It's a red bush that they make a tea out of in South Africa.
Okay.
They only make it there. So try
Nice.
it. It's a good bedtime tea. So like it's got antioxidants, no caffeine.
Oh, okay.
And
Nice.
It's next level in my country in the sense that it's the go-to tea. You know, like how the Brits started tea.
Yeah.
We landed on rooibos and we were like, screw it, this is ours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When the Dutch went down there, they were like, this is our new like America.
Yep.
It was kind of weird. But what do you rate this? Yuck to young.
I'm going to say this was better than the Yerba Mate. I'll rate it a 9.
I think of like rugby when you say mate, you know, like
Oh, yeah,
let's go, mate.
Heck yeah.
Or cricket or like whatever.
Nice.
I guess Australians say it. Now, the risk question. So, Kollin, being a business owner, taking risks, getting the reward, where did this start from? Where did you figure this out as a young child? Where did that come from?
I figured it probably comes from my childhood. So I've always been doing crazy stuff, racing motocross. I've always been into that extreme dopamine hit, right? So I kind of equate it to that. I mean, that's kind of been part of my life since I was young, and you know, taking risks like that sort of gives me that dopamine rush. The unknown, right? That's like the big thing for me, is not knowing whether I'm gonna succeed or fail, but trying it anyways and learning from it.
You know that's unnatural, right?
I've been told.
Yeah, most of us lean on the cautious side, but if that's a good business lesson to take from Kollin, I mean, just thinking about it, right? From heavy machinery, like literally he puts himself in front of the truck, right?
Yeah.
So you have that ability, which is really something as a business owner other people won't fully understand. So I encourage you guys watching from home, if you're a business owner, if you've got a shop that needs your stuff done, understand there's a risk when you work with any kind of organization, but these guys are willing to put the risks forward so you can kind of elevate from that.
Yeah.
I see it that way. So I'm learning a lot. Now, the next taste test, and we're going to go from this to this.
Yeah.
I want to ask you too, obviously joining and working with DJM, that took a lot of risk as well.
Yeah.
When we expand on budgets, that takes risks as well. What eventually, is it just something where you dive in, or does it eventually settle and you're like, okay, I did the thing and the numbers are proving it?
Yeah, that sort of comes with the nature, right? So it starts with the risk. When you do that more and more often in your business career, it's not quite such a big hit. And maybe that's why it seems to some people that taking big risks as a business owner sort of becomes second nature. It seems to them like it's oh my goodness, that's a big deal, And for us, it's like, oh, it's just kind of another day. But all day, every day, you're taking risks.
Right.
So.
And you find the recovery points. You find the ground zero.
Yeah.
Okay, cheers. Let's try it.
Yeah.
This is called the rusk, and the brand we have in South Africa is called Hormozi rusks. Kind of like shortbread.
Yeah.
But made more with like oatmeal and a few other things, like oats.
Nice. I like that a lot.
wake up on the farm back in South Africa. This is what you land on. Oma is like grandma. They come and pop it out, and grandma's always happy.
Nice.
So what's your rating on this bad boy?
You must have gone from bad to best, because that's about a 10.
Okay.
I like that one a lot.
I'm bringing out the worst next.
Yeah. There we go.
You're gonna have to deal with it. Okay, so welcome to this segment of the show. Like, now I want to dive into a little bit more about building that legacy and some rapid fire as we flip the switch.
Yeah.
Okay, so rapid fire for people to get to know you a bit more. Favorite book or movie?
Man, I'm gonna have to say favorite movie, Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, like 80% of America.
Yeah. I don't think that's different anywhere. Yeah.
How many kids?
3 kids.
Okay, and then favorite place to travel to or adventure?
Usually the mountains.
Nice, I like that. Especially Colorado,
Yep.
Wyoming.
Yeah, we're close to everything.
Wyoming has some of the coolest too. Like, it's got all the interesting things without the drama of like Colorado.
Yep.
So I'm jealous. I'm
Nice.
like 1 hour away from these guys. I see Wyoming clients every now and again. We have like a tanning company and then a few others, but it's mostly virtual. And my Wyoming people are so grounded.
Yeah.
Compared to what I'm used to.
Yeah.
Anyway, I still love you, Colorado people. So next rapid fire is morning or night person.
Morning person for sure.
Okay. Favorite mentor or type of person like that.
Man, my favorite mentor. I have a lot of them. So I have a lot of, I read a lot of motivational things, and David Goggins' story has always been like really relevant for me. But Alex Hormozi is a big one that I watch. His podcast is great for business secrets and stuff like that.
Oh, hands over fist. I mean, he probably changed my business forever.
Yeah.
I got to see Goggins at that Aspire event that they throw.
Okay.
It's a big hype fest, so be warned. They have like huge upsell in the middle where it's just, hey, stand up and run to the back of the room, kind of. You still have to put your credit card in the air.
Yeah.
You know, if you've been in business, you've probably been scammed at one of these, you know, like, hey, learn to do business events.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Anyway, okay, so moving on to legacy, and what does this mean for your employees, your family, and the people at Patriot and your customers? Like, why is Kollin doing this?
Yeah. Well, and legacy is a big part of it, right? So what we're doing right now in this stage of growth is strictly to build this legacy as Patriot Diesel and Automotive into a large scale operation. You know, I see my employees as a family, and I feel like the support that Patriot can give them sort of creates a legacy within their career and in their lives, you know? So that's always what I've been, kind of into.
I love it because, and then we were talking about this and I was sharing this recently. We're like a lot of David and Goliaths in your company.
Yeah.
I said that in a very, very purposeful way because I see it that way, you know? There's some pivots and moves that your competitors won't actually see. You know, you have some key players doing different things, and a lot of them are taking on Goliaths.
Right.
Each one of them.
Yeah.
From the marketing vendor side, from, you know, our good friend Mike Smith, who's kind of been part of this process, to the consulting side, to sales side, to vendor side, to tech side. I mean, for them, they should see it as David and Goliath. Is that how you feel?
Yeah.
Or do you see it as something else? Because we all win in that scenario.
Yeah, for sure. No, and I see it like that too. I mean, all of these new ventures that we have during this journey of business, especially when we're in a period of growth, is each new department we add is just like that. It's like this new beast, you know, that we need to tame.
Cool. And so something that the audience always wants to know is like, and we'll keep it very vague, but just explain to them expansion and where Patriot's going and why it's growing, right? Some of the strategic things you've placed, we don't have to use numbers, guys. There's a lot of expenses in repair.
Yeah.
So, you know, his numbers may sound very big, but at the end of the day, there's overhead. There's so many things, accounts receivable. The list goes on and on. But we're going into a good season, I think.
Yeah.
We've kind of broken the slump through a lot of the techniques you guys have been implementing. And this is what's good about them. They have things, they bring it straight up, we can evaluate ad strategy to that and say, hey, this would work better, this would work differently. But they're not afraid to ask.
Yeah.
I have a lot of clients. Some of them are afraid to ask. But so my question leans to kind of on that growth expansion.
Right.
Tell us about the exciting things there.
Okay, so I would say that the biggest reason for our expansion, our growth, is because throughout my career, all I've ever seen is the mechanic side of it. I've always been in the shop. I've always been kind of on the ground level. I've been able to see intimately, the interaction between upper management and the employees and the customers, and customer service has always been a big thing that we've always pushed. That's a huge gap in our industry. And I don't know why, because it's so easy to just treat customers right. Yeah. and I feel like capitalizing on that has been great. People love it. People coming from out of town, driving through on I-80, they stop in they're regular customers, and they might be from Indiana, and so for us, seeing those type of customers, we just want to reach their communities, and be able to deliver this level of customer service right to them in whatever city or state that they're in.
Yeah, that's so good, because people feel so disconnected, but they're like, oh, actually we have this partner in Wyoming. Yeah. Wherever this is growing, and guys, it's growing in a nice pace, a healthy pace as well. So customer service is a big thing. Corporates can't always do customer service to that level, because you're systematizing and things like that. Where do you see the brand go in the next 5 years? Like, where would you like it to be at? Where would you like your business to be at? Yeah,
well, I would just like it to be sort of like a staple, right? Like, everybody knows if you go to Patriot Diesel and Automotive, you get treated right. Yeah. And not only on the customer level, but the employee level as well. Without the corporate red tape, so to speak, and having our own independent shop, we're able to do anything we want to do. So we can create systems, and we can create ways of doing things that cater to our employees or our customers in ways that other places aren't able to do it. And that's been a really, really awesome experience,
Okay, so customer service, there's this one question I love to ask, because a friend of mine, his name's Matt Schaub. He had a customer service thing, and he found out a sales tactic. And basically what that was one of the painters painted a baby as they were painting houses. And that customer actually became the biggest sale later, because it was a terrible story, but they turned the bad experience into an amazing experience.
I gotcha.
I'm curious. There's got to be some, there's so many BS stories and crazy things that happen. Yeah. I'm sure you could share some of those things. And I think the audience would like to know, hey, what is a crazy story you can share, or a really cool customer service thing? I walked in the door, this couch was downstairs, and we're on the second level for a customer who struggles a little bit, Yeah. And it was just a comfortable seat for him.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I have kind of a cool story that that's it and it kind of speaks to what we do, right? So we had a customer call us. They were about 20 miles north of town, had a Lexus car that broke down, got a hold of our automotive shop. They got her taken care of, got her towed in. She had Googled us actually and found us on Google. So that portion worked great, but she got in, she started the whole process. They figured out what was going on. They're getting her taken care of, and about 3/4 of the way through the process, I find out that it's my mom's boss. And it was so random. Yeah. Cause my mom lives up in South Dakota. So yeah, she travels through here and stuff. And she was traveling to Denver, and
she had no idea.
Yeah. Had no idea it was my business. And she called us, and so yeah, a couple hours later, my mom's texting me what is going on down there? And she's like, it's pretty crazy. And I feel proud to be able to say, she got a level of customer service she definitely wasn't used to. And she's like, this place stood out. Yeah. And then later on found out that that's who it was. So it was it's just kind of cool. Those kind of stories are nice. So yeah, her, getting the level of customer service we provide and seeing that and witnessing it firsthand, and then finding out later who she was, it was just kind of cool. And yeah, my service manager there was really proud of that, and I'm like, well, it's cool because it's just what we do. It's not out of the norm, we just treat everybody like that. So
no, I love it. What an awesome story. Next taste test. I said we're gonna go from the best to the worst.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've had this in your life before. Look at how dark and almost caramelly that is. You don't want to put this in your mouth, but sometimes duty calls.
All right.
Cheers. Okay,
let's try it.
You're going to take a piece like that.
Gosh, I don't know what to expect here.
You have enough drinks here to save you. So.
All right.
Okay, let's go. Oh, you took a little bit. I'm stuck with the big piece. Woo. Describe it for the audience, because some of them are listening.
That tastes like adult beverage or something.
Kids, don't try it at home.
No.
Rating from 0 to 10.
Absolutely 1.
I'm surprised you give it a 0, but...
I didn't know that was a thing.
No one has done it. Okay, so moving on. A lot of times as a business owner too, we get kicked in the teeth, right? And no one sees it. Or we get kicked in the teeth, everyone sees it, we're doing damage control.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not focused on that piece. What I'm focused on is like your techs, the people involved. Sometimes they get kicked in the teeth.
Yeah.
And you hear about it all the time, right?
Yep.
What is like a flip around story and encouragement for people? Because I mean, as a business owner, like we said earlier, we have all the risk, we go through all the problems, and we have to go to bed at night knowing we've made a good move.
Yeah.
But give me a cool story of someone in the company where you've seen some sort of turnaround.
Yeah. Well, the biggest thing is the coaching that I can give to my employees and my managers. Stress obviously is a big part of management. You know, when you're a manager, stress is a huge part. So It's been really cool. One thing that I've really pushed is our integrity. And to me, integrity is doing the right thing when nobody's watching, you know?
Yeah.
And I've really pushed that with my employees. And so I have this philosophy with them that if you're stressing out about something or there's something that's getting you wound up, you know, think that later on in the day, there's going to be a bigger thing that's going to stress you out. Yeah. You're going to have something bigger to stress out about. So save your energy for that thing, right? And if you do that throughout the day and you're telling yourself, nope, there's something bigger I need to save this for, that bigger thing usually never happens. And then you spend the day in a good place and not stressed out. So
yeah, and I've come to this too. And I mean, what's going to work for, let's say, Dave Chavez, the consultant, Mike Smith, you know, Jen, whoever is in the company, is going to be different for them. You know, I may go home and I may need to, you know, go pop a cold one and chat to the wife, right? That could be where I'm at. Or like an example too, what I do is, so this is, and I'm not affiliated, but this is a client, they do CBD. This is like a hemp. So I'll just put it on my tongue in the morning. It keeps me focused.
Yeah.
And sometimes I need to slow down, not talk as much, because I come from computer hand world. My dad was in IT.
Yeah.
It's just silly. But I have to use this, and then I have to use like a stress thing to help me get there. Some people don't need any of that, right? So just know your level and where you're going. And like you said, from the coaching and stuff that you know, just keep that in mind, guys. So next taste test is the fizzer.
All right.
Which this was like a childhood candy. If your mom didn't have a lot of change, you're like, go grab a fizzer. You're like, okay, fine, mom. What she wanted you to keep quiet. You know?
Right.
Put this in your mouth. I think it's this. It's not the same as Twizzlers. I think it's similar to like some other American thing. But
jeez, hopefully it washes the taste of that down.
Oh, trust me. The wrapping is terrible.
Yeah, I see that. I'm noticing that.
It always gets stuck, and you're like left with the paper. Come on, South Africa. Just like.
There's got to be a better way.
Throw a joke in there that was inappropriate. I was just gonna say like our uncle Sam.
Yeah.
Just denied a bunch of things, and it was like, what? No, this stuff is happening. You know? Did you hear about that?
Oh yeah.
So actually, the story behind that is it's not just it's not as extreme as people are making it out to be. Yeah. I bring a balanced view in that. Secondly, it was cool that it was called out.
Yep.
Hopefully, stuff gets done about it. And it's, I mean, as a white South African, I grew up as a minority. So imagine the opposite in my country.
Yeah.
But it's also people who are immigrating into our country who get paid to go and do these kinds of awful things.
Yeah. And
it's not always just like one tribe. There's maybe one or two tribes that have conflict with the Dutch.
Right.
But the English are way more. The English have not had so much of a butting of heads with the African cultures because there's like multiple tribes.
Yeah.
So that's what people don't understand. Like it could be 2 or 3 tribes of the 12.
Right.
So but there is now resolution and we know about it. And the country is so like America where it was a new state, a new nation. But you could be in one state and it's completely different to the other state.
Yeah.
Cleaner on one side, dirty on, and
yeah.
I hope they figure it out.
Yeah.
Because Yeah,
Everybody just wants to be happy.
exactly. I haven't personally had anyone in my family been to forever sleep because of that. I can't say the other word.
Yeah.
But I've had, like, my father once got attacked, and but luckily they just banged him on the head, took his stuff, and left.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like a hate crime or something.
Yeah.
So. How's that?
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's probably 8, 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Fine. Wow. I've never got that one. On
Yeah.
a fizzer. Okay. So I wanted to pivot into so in terms of marketing and a business and a business owner is completely different, right? So marketing, we're accomplishing lead goals, and you guys made a lot of tweaks. We took feedback, we added in some tweaks into that, and we're constantly doing what's capable within the account. And I'm not going to share exactly the strategy, but we have great vendors, good relationships with people who built the website, good relationships with the POS and the service techs. So thank you guys, all the vendors at Patriot. But what happened in April, and what can business owners learn from this? I think, and compared to maybe like a January, February.
Yeah, for sure. Well, our April was a really huge month for us, and a lot of it came from our marketing. We take a lot of trucks over the road into our heavy duty shop, so finding the right algorithms and finding out what works there is super important.
Sure.
But I also think that when it comes to digging into what made a month good or what made a month bad, it's really important to remember to look at the good.
Mm-hmm.
Find out what you did to create such a large number, and then find a way to replicate that. I think we get caught up in just focusing on the negative, right, in business. And it's really important to see the wins like that too, and figure out how you did it.
So good. I came in the early days, maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago when I first started, I came in really hot-headed, and I'd be like, oh no, this is going to work, right?
Yeah.
And I would bring this, I knew it worked, but I would come in too hot. But so over the years, I've learned to be way more careful, cautious, and like let the employees, people tell me if we're doing good or bad, and then I can follow that up with numbers or phone calls. Like we've been talking about that, and to give you guys some insight, but I'm not going to give away the farm. It's exactly what he said. There is about a fourth that is impacted from, let's say, a marketing goal, but then there's so many ancillary things we're trying to track.
Yeah.
Who called who? How did this happen? Some things you'll never ever know. But the piece that we can track, we can dial and go.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. This segment's called the Data Grind with the DJ and MoneyBru Show. Kollin basically nailed it for you guys. So I like that. Take the negative times and find the good and amplify that.
Yeah.
That's a huge takeaway.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think it's just as important when you have a good month to go over what you did right as it is when you have a bad month to go over what you did wrong.
Yeah, exactly. And being accountable and saying, okay, look, hey, I messed up, or we all messed up, or where do we go now?
Yeah.
And instead of, because it's emotions get away of like our next decision, and that's always a tricky one. It's like, you still want to be lovable, you still want to get through to the person, without the other stuff. So anyway, okay, I want to talk about heavy duty is the big kahuna.
Yep.
And then it's like light duty, utility vehicles, fleet, and automotive. Can we spend some time on each one?
Yeah.
And why customers like come to us? I know it's customer service, but what are the techs doing, and what is the why do I want to come to Patriot in each of those sectors? Yeah,
for sure. Well, on our, I mean, this kind of reigns true in each division, but in our heavy duty shop, to start there, the biggest thing that our customers are getting is we attract dealer level technicians and quality work at an independent shop that doesn't have red tape, that can take care of their customers the way that they expect to be taken care of. I mean, we offer customers rides to the hotel. We had a customer the other day that wanted to kill some time at the mall. We had a porter bring him over to the mall and let him spend some time at the mall, So
watch a movie.
Doing things like that without corporate red tape, being in an independent shop, it allows us to be able to do that, and getting the quality of work that you would expect at a dealership through an independent shop that's not tied to anything in specific. And vendors too, we get creative with finding parts. Sometimes the OEM manufacturer might not have the part available, and we can spend some time going the aftermarket route, and we can, we have the ability to order parts wherever we want. So it's great. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I think it leans onto what sometimes people ask me is like, what's your competitive edge, or how are you different?
Yep. And
I have to be very smart to say, hey, it's actually because I have third world experience and because we can pivot quickly.
Yeah.
So like a lot of other firms, they've niched down into one area, and then it actually locks them, and they templatize everything for everyone. But being able to be custom, being nimble is so useful in this day and age.
Yeah.
So what business advice did you follow in the past that hurt you, and how did you resolve that? Hard question.
I would say the biggest business advice that hurt me is to attract customers with discounts. We're all here to make money, and we found a niche in selling our value over undervaluing our services, because we're providing a top level of service. So I believe we should be compensated for that. And you see a lot of new startup companies that'll come in, free oil changes, discounted this, discounted that, and it just destroys you. And I think that's the killer of a lot of newer businesses, is that I think that's the worst advice you could take.
So it's actually an interesting concept, because it's like a push and a pull too, right? So some businesses, that's all they rely on. But it's funny because it's actually like, not to get any spiritual or anything, but it's a biblical principle to be careful of discounts, because there's a piece that says don't dilute what you're doing.
Yeah.
Basically, that's the principle.
Yep.
And I think one mentor shared that with me, and I had no clue. I thought, but every now and again, there's a time and a place for a strategy like that, which is fascinating. So the customer is going to expect that every single time.
Yeah.
And then you got an angry customer, that can really go bad.
Yep.
But if it's like a one-time sale, hey, let's make it, a special occasion once off, that can make sense too. Different strokes to different folks.
Absolutely.
Moving into my next taste test here, and that is going to be the biltong. Okay.
Nice.
This is the best one. Best for last. Okay. So I'm sure the team members want to try some of this, so at least there's some left over. I actually make this at home sometimes. There's a curing process.
Okay.
That's slightly more enjoyable than beef jerky, because beef jerky gets cooked. This actually preserves with salt, pepper, coriander, and I have a dehumidifier, but I don't cook it. So it's like drying steak. American USDA beef, the good stuff, grass-fed if you can, and then this is what you get.
All right.
Cameraman is like, I want some. 2 of them.
Nice.
Okay.
Wow, it's really good.
What does it taste like?
Kind of like exactly how you just described it.
Good enough.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the kind of dried, crispy jerky. So, and chili lime is definitely right up my alley.
Heck
it's
yeah.
awesome.
Cool. 0 to 10, did you say that?
It'll be a 10.
Oh, wow. Big top 5. Okay.
Heck yeah.
So this is an exciting time in history. So with the teas going around, industrials exploding, it's getting exciting. How do you see that in your business, and what does the chessboard look like for that? Do you have a perspective that maybe the people at home can take away?
Yeah, for sure. Well, for us, it's definitely from a sales perspective, because we want to attract a certain demographic of customer, people that really appreciate quality work, high level of customer service and professionalism is kind of our customer base. That's who we want to attract. So yeah, the teas haven't really affected us too much. I don't think we've seen a lot of overflow from that. Our economy's been so good in Wyoming in general that I think that sort of helps support that. A lot of the manufacturers we're using for our parts are supplied here, so yeah. It's been hit and miss sort of. And again, we've always sold our value. So as the prices rise, everybody sort of already sees that coming and understands why that's happening. Mm-hmm. And we're in the same boat. Our bills go up just like everybody else. So it's easy for us to kind of use that to help our customers to understand that.
It is, yeah. And it's like we were talking about this previously, like it's like the elephant in the room. It's there, but there's actually more going on somewhere else. And the volume, sometimes we'll lose volume, and I'll say, hey, during seasons when new administrations come in and stuff, I actually turn down and wait for that and then come back strong.
For sure.
We want to hit strong when we're pumping, and we want to go slow when we're not pumping. And when it's slow season, we're actually producing. We're going in and fixing systems and things like that, which is very, very fascinating. And costs have risen. I have to fix a fence in my backyard, and I didn't expect that, and it's way more than it ever has been. My kids are doing what they're doing, and I'm seeing it. So even on our end, I've had a season where I had to explain it to customers and set expectations, and there were some where I just had to just kind of show them the spectrum and say, hey, well, maybe you do the brakes next month, or hey, are we looking at the numbers correctly? Are there adjustments we can make? Sure. But kind of like there's definitely a game to be played.
Yeah.
To stay alive, because we're in a revenue game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And people game too. So that's like people then revenue.
Yep.
So one of my most adored segments is the South African translation from American in the business world. So this relates straight to your business, okay?
Yeah.
So this is one of the adored segments, the South African saying where an American has to translate it, and it relates directly to your business, the repair side and everything. But that's all I'm going to give you.
Okay.
You don't get any more than that.
All right.
I have to read this because AI took it way further than I could. But I started it, and then they kind of helped me. So sometimes they nail it. Sometimes it's really bad. I say 80% human, 20% AI. Okay. Brew, if you stole your bucky again, we'll make you down a rock shandy and race the mealie trolley downhill in flip-flops. So you know most of those. So Brew, if you stole your bucky again, we'll make you down a rock shandy and race the middle trolley down in flip-flops.
I think you're trying to say, oh man, how do I even put that into words? I feel like I understand it. Say it one more time.
Brew, if you stole your bucky again, we'll have to race you down with a rock shandy and a mealie trolley downhill in flip-flops.
If you don't tighten the oil filter enough and it leaks again, I'm going to beat you with the crescent wrench. How was that?
I know what a wrench is. Like you throw a wrench in it. Crescent wrench. What is that?
Oh, like an adjustable wrench. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're just bigger than normal wrenches.
I have one of those in my toolboxes.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're more effective.
I don't have this famous words for it. I just call it like the adjustable wrench.
Yeah, that one.
Like don't throw a wrench in it, right? We say don't throw a spanner in it. A spanner is also like a wrench.
Yeah. Spanner wrench. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay. So it's actually. Brew is like buddy, hey guy. So the show is called MoneyBru.
Okay.
Like, hey guys, we're talking about money, but we're also pals.
Yeah.
If you stole your truck, it's a small truck. A bucky. A bucky is like a Tacoma.
Okay.
We have Tacomas is like our biggest truck.
Nice. Nice.
And then we'll make you a drink, which is a lemonade with. It's a kid-friendly drink. So yeah, and then we'll race. Mealie trolleys, I don't know what that is actually. Mealie is like a corn trolley.
Okay.
Down the hill in flip-flops, like in your sandal or whatever.
Way off.
Whoa. Okay. So we're wrapping this segment. Is there anything you want to add or how people know where to find you guys and be involved? What do you want to share with everyone before you leave? Yeah,
well, we actually, it's pretty exciting right now. We just opened a third location. So it's not too far from our heavy duty shop. We're in Cheyenne, of course. 2503 East Fox Farm Road is our heavy duty shop. Our medium duty shop / light duty diesels right out front in our third location. And then automotive is 1811 Hinckley Drive. So we're constantly growing. So as we add more employees, we're keeping our schedule wide open. So we're trying to fill the sales constraints, obviously, with Daniel here. But the point there is that we're always open. We can get you in and out. Our turnaround time's great. Real effective. Make sure we get you done the first time. So
awesome. So you heard it here first on the MoneyBru Show, guys. To keep Kollin and the team accountable. And for you guys who are onboarding and new on with the company and clients who are coming through, we need to move the revenue of this place, anywhere from a quarter to 50%, right? So that we can continue to serve Wyoming and Cheyenne super duper well. I know you know a lot of people in Wyoming and you're local, and we care about everyone here, right?
Yeah.
So that's the name of the game. You guys are investing in Wyoming. So I don't always do this, but this is a special gift for you on the show. You can only find this in South Africa.
Oh, nice.
You can open it right now. And while he's doing that, don't. If you want to see this reveal, like, share, and subscribe right now. I'm just kidding. You guys are good. So This is the painted wolf. It's a interesting thing that I won't say what it is, but this type of brand, there's a version of it that starts with Peen and ends with like Taj Mahal.
Okay.
It's called that's the name of it, kind of, right? And it's a red mix, but they only make it there.
Nice.
So that's kind of part of this brand. And
that's cool.
As I was going through the drive-through where I get it at my local place, they order specially for this one.
Oh, wow.
So we'll come up and pick up a few and every now and again do whatever. But the guy at the window was like, man, what's going on in that? I was like, people are, what's going on in that? I don't think we're going to get any more of these back again. I'm like, no, you're fine. It's not going to be that extreme. And I was just kind of making him at ease. He's like, I don't think we can get you the same value anymore. And I'm like, let's just wait and see. So,
nice. Well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
We nailed the time, everyone. So yeah, cheers, as I always say. And go check out the Maximize AI workshop. We have merchandise as well for people that come with a 3K leads course that you guys can enjoy. We share some of our secrets, but not everything that we do with clients. But you can elevate from that. And thanks everyone at Patriot. And once again, just an honor to be here. What a fun time.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you.
That's a wrap.